Hi there, in this video we'll take a look at an insight called audience insights. So to give you an idea of what this thing is, these insights would help you to understand the features of your audience. So without wasting time, let me show it to you. So to access these insights, there are actually two ways. So the first way is go to your profile on Instagram and you can see the insights button. So click on that insights button and what I've shown on the right side of the screen will appear. And on that screen you can see that I pointed the arrow towards total followers. So you can click on that total followers and you'll be able to get the audience insight that I've told you about. Now let's take a look at the second method in which we can access this audience insight. So as you can see on the screen, the second method is go to my profile section of your Instagram page, and at the top there are three lines. Click on those three lines. And after clicking on those three lines, whatever I've shown on the center of the screen appears. And what you have to do is that you have to click on the insights icon and whatever I've shown on the right side of the screen appears. And as usual, you just have to click on that total followers section and you'll be able to access these insights that I've shown you. Okay, great. Now after clicking into that total followers, you are going to see a lot of things. So let's take it one by one. Now one of the things that you're probably going to see in there is the most active times. So this is pretty self-explanatory. This metric shows the most active time in which your followers are active. And the metric shows the most active hours in a day, as well as it also shows the most active days. So in the case of the most active days, which you can see on the right image, my metric shows 21.4k followers are active on all days. Well, the data is evenly distributed like this because I post daily and therefore I believe that most of my followers are active every day. Now obviously you might not be able to post contents daily, right? So in that case you will have to post at least 3 times a week. Now if you are confused on which day to post, come and check these insights that I've shown you on the right side of the screen. And you might observe that some days, say Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, the number is really high. So those 3 days would be the best time to post your contents. So I hope you understood how to use the most active days insights and I hope you'll be using them thoughtfully. Now let's move on to the next insights, and the next insights is the hours insights. And you can see that it shows the most active hours of your followers in a particular day. And the one that you see on the screen is the most active hours of Sunday. Well, you can check for other days like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till Saturday. Okay, suppose I want to post a post and I see the numbers given on the insights that I've shown you on the left side of the screen. My question to you will be, at what time will I post on a Sunday? Well, if you look at the metrics, 9 p.m. as well as 12 p.m. is the most active time in which my followers are active. So the time that I would be posting my contents would be around 8 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. So when I post at 7:30 p.m. or 8 p.m., it covers the people who are active at 8 p.m. Then it covers the people who are active at 9 p.m. Then it also covers the people who are active at 12 a.m. So always try to post, say, 1 hour before the most active time. So I hope you understood how to use this metrics and I hope that you will be using it to your advantage. Now let's take a look at another metrics, and in this metrics you can see that you will be able to see the graph of your followers, and you can see that in that there is overall, then there is follows, then there is unfollows. So you can see that the number of people who have unfollowed you with a red line and the number of people who are following you with a green line, and the overall would be the total number of follows subtracted by the total number of unfollows. So that is denoted using a blue line. And another thing that you have to note here is that this is for the last 7 days. Well, you can change the filter to say a maximum of last 90 days. And if you look at the graph on November 6th, the Saturday, you can see that I've got an overall follower count of 41. Then just below that, you can see that around 64 people followed my account and around 23 people unfollowed my account. So you can see that 64 minus 23 is 41 of a total overall followers. Well, obviously anyone can come to here and read these kinds of numbers, right? So my question to you would be, how will I use this metrics thoughtfully? So let me explain to you clearly on how to use these graph metrics by taking a look at 2 types of graphs. So as you can see on the screen, this is the first type of graph that I want to take a look at. So you can see that this is a fake graph that I made on MS Excel spreadsheet in order to make my point clear to you. So as you can see on the screen, on a usual day, you can see that the number of followers who are following my Instagram page usually oscillates between 0 to 4. But on a particular day, you can notice that the number of people following my Instagram page has skyrocketed like anything. So around 10 people followed my Instagram page. And you can see that I pointed an arrow to that peak. So what you have to do is that you have to ask yourself, why did I gain so much of followers on that particular day? And what I'll be doing is that I'll be going and checking my contents on that particular day, on what kind of contents did I post, and it would be pretty clear that on that particular day you have posted something valuable, and that is the reason why the number of people following you has skyrocketed on that particular day. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be trying to post similar contents related to that post that I posted on that specific day. So people like those kinds of contents, so what we'll be doing is that we'll be trying to create more of those kinds of contents in order to attract a lot of people. Now the next type of graph that you have to take a look at is a trough. So imagine that my follower count usually oscillates between 10 followers to 14 followers. But on a particular day, you can notice that the number of people following my Instagram page has dropped like anything to just 2 followers. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be going and checking my Instagram page, and I'll be checking my contents on that particular day. And after checking the type of contents that I posted on that particular day, what I'll be doing is that I will never ever try to post the type of contents that I posted on that particular day. So those type of contents are the type of contents that your followers does not like. So the message is pretty simple. You shouldn't post those kinds of contents on your Instagram page because your followers do not like those kinds of contents. So I hope you understood how to use the insights graph thoughtfully, and I hope you'll be using them thoughtfully too. Now let's move on to the next type of metrics, and the next 3 types of metrics that we are going to see are going to be used similarly. So let's take a look at them one by one. So the first type of metrics is the gender metrics. So you can see that around 68.5% of my followers are women and around 31.5% of them are men. Well, let's ask the same question over here. How to use these kinds of metrics thoughtfully? And my answer to you would be that there are 2 ways in which you can use this metric. And the first way is that you can check whether your targeting was right or whether you have targeted the right audience. So for example, say that you're running a page only for women. So if you look at this metrics, if I'm running a page only for women, you can see that most of my followers are women, and I can say that I've successfully targeted women to follow my Instagram page. But imagine that I'm running a page only for men. So if you look at the metrics, you can see that there are only 31.5% of men and most of them are women. And that means that if I'm running a page only for men and most of my followers are women, then there is a serious problem for you. So that is one way you can use this metrics. You can check whether you have targeted the right audience. Now in one of the coming sections of this course, I have a section called targeting the right audience. In that section, I'll be talking about targeting the right gender and targeting the right location. So we'll be taking a look at targeting the right audience in that section. For now, what you have to know is that you can use this metrics in order to check whether you have targeted the right audience. Now the second way in which you can use this metrics is to run advertisements. So if you're running advertisements, what you have to do is that there's an option called gender. And if you're actually very low on budget and if you want to narrow down your audience as much as possible, you have to come to this insights, and you can see that most of my followers are women. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be targeting women and I'll be excluding men from my Instagram ad. So that is another way in which you can use these insights. So I hope you'll be using these insights thoughtfully. Now let's move on and take a look at another insights, and you can see that this insights is called the location insights. And you have the top locations of city as well as countries. And in the countries, you can see that around 43.1% of my followers are from the United States, 14.2% are from India. And you can see that in the cities, you have Nairobi, you have Chennai, you have Cape Town, and all those kinds of cities. So again, let me ask you the same question. How are we going to use these kinds of insights? And as I've said previously, for the gender insights, we use the same type of reasoning over here. You use these insights for running advertisements, as well as you use these insights to check whether you have targeted the right audience. So as I've said, I have a section called targeting the right audience, and in that section we'll be taking a look at how to target the audience of a specific location. So I hope you understood how to use these kinds of insights. Now let's move on to the next type of insights, and the next type of insights are the age range. So you can see that there is a division of age range for all, then we have for men as well as for women. And as usual, if you ask the same question on how to use this metrics, firstly, you can use this metrics for advertisements. So if I'm low on budget and if I have to narrow down my audience, I'll be trying to narrow down the advertisements to only an age range of 25 to 34. And the next thing that you can use with these metrics is that you can check whether you have targeted the right age. So imagine that you're running a page for millennials, or say you're running a page for teenagers. So you can check whether you have met your targeting correctly. So I hope you understood how to use these demographics of your audience thoughtfully. Now those were the important things that I wanted you to know about demographics of your audience. And I hope you liked this video. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be continuing in the next video.